Pay for a job. Don't accept friend requests that are not from people that you interact with or in your circle. Most of all, don't get into your banking app with a free Wi-Fi hotspot. Be careful of the references that you put in, because some of these people that you're putting on references are the ones that are making you lose your job. So when you're applying for a job, there is no job on earth that is going to say you need to pay for an interview fee. There is no way you can get a job from F&B and they are using a Gmail. My bro, thank you. I understand that you scammed me. I understand that I was doff. It is what it is. So 2,000 Rand of the Moyos just went like that. I've been there, done that. There is no... Hey bud, how you doing? Jeez, it's been one heaven of a week. Everyone says one hell of a week, but how do you know what heaven looks like and how do you know how hell looks like? But all I know is heaven is better than hell. So what a heaven of a week. Anyway, welcome to another video, and thank you so much for everyone that came through in the last video and what we're trying to achieve. We spoke about, yes, you might going out there, or you're going out there and feeling depressed or feeling insecure about where you are in life, not understanding that there are actually other people out there that are terrified of your existence. You may be in the same career as you're both teachers, but they're looking at you and saying, yeah, if we can just get closer to him as a teacher, then I think we would have achieved. So you are going there and you're going, I don't think I'm a good teacher. I don't think I'm the best at what I do. No, you're okay. Anyway, if you didn't watch that video, go back. It's the previous video. I'm alone. Rudy is not here. My wife is here. My gorgeous, beautiful wife is here. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. That is partnering with us. Over and above that, there is another join button. The join button, what it does is whenever you click on that, for a set amount, so you're gonna put in your credit card details, and for a set amount every month, that money helps us grow the channel. That money helps us to buy new stuff, maybe a new light, a new camera, new equipment basically for the studio, to ensure that we bring you content on a regular basis, squeaky clean content, not stuff that has got pixelated and all that. Anyway, so that is the join button. So for a set amount, I think the start of that is 13 Rand or 14 Rand 99 when you're in South Africa. I think in dollars it's probably $1 or $2 to begin with, all the way to however you want to partner with us. Can be $100, can be 1,000 Rand, whatever you feel like God is leading you towards, to ensure that we become the best that we can. So thank you. And in 10, we're going to make sure that you get content that is over and above just what you watch on a Saturday or just what you watch on a Friday. There's live streams, there's tutorials, there's exclusive interviews that we have with people that are in different spaces of and walks of life and going through and achieving certain things that may be able to grow you or to give you more faith or to give you a little bit of ability to push on in whatever challenge that you are. Remember, it's all about mental health and making sure that you're the best possible version of yourself through it all. Another one, I'm sponsoring a video for you guys. The stuff that you've been doing, it's over 100 episodes, and the stuff that you've been doing has been helping the next person, and I want to be a tool to be able to help the next person. So you then say, here is a set amount of money, or here's an equipment, or here's a camera that I'm gifting it to you, or here's a laptop or something. It does not necessarily have to be money. Or this bar below, it says support. We replace that with your product. So whatever that you're selling, or it's an event that you're inviting people to, whoever that's going to watch this video effectively will know about that advertisement. We get a kickback, you get the customers, and that's how we grow. And October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And that has to do with what we do online and the sharing of our information online. And I went onto an article and it spoke about cybersecurity, and it says SABRIC, the South Africa Cybersecurity Council. It says Awareness Month is observed globally and raise awareness about the importance of cybersecurity. This year, the South African Banking Risk Information Center, SABRIC, will host an awareness campaign with the theme Take a Closer Look, which encourages the people of South Africa to be aware and look closely before sharing any personal information or clicking on links online. People work, connect, and transact online. However, as our way of life has evolved in this digital space, so too is the vulnerability to cybercrime. What we now know is that things are not always as they seem online. So we encourage all South Africans to take a closer look, hashtag, says SABRIC CEO Nischal Mewalall. So what I'm trying to get at is, for the past month, every time, and maybe let me know in the comment section if it was the same thing, every time you get into your banking app, there's an alert that says scam alert, or be careful of links, or be careful of things that happen online. It's Cybersecurity Month. And a lot of times it has taken me probably logging into my banking 20, 30 or 40 times for me to realize that, no man, could it be that one that says take a closer look? And we don't do that as people. Understand that whatever you do online, it's never buried. Even if you delete it, there's always a trail of it. That's why, let's take for example, you said something nasty 10 years ago about a set company. Let's take for example, the Tatenda Banking Institute. You said in year 2002, you said, I'm never going to bank with these guys ever again. They are full of nonsense. I don't know the work ethic. They are nonsense, for lack of a better word. 20 years down the line, it so happens that maybe not 20 years, maybe 10 years, whatever, you happen to apply for a job at the set company. Because things happen, and when it comes to job vacancies, there's really no need for you to look at and say, no, I'm not going to apply at Tatenda Bank because I screwed them up 10 years ago. Maybe you just deleted it, or you were angry at the heat of the moment, you deleted it right there and then, and that was it, done, right? So it then comes again that you are in an interview for a job. If they pull out records of social media and they pull out that particular thread or that particular post, you may lose out on an opportunity for that job because of that. Same thing again with myself. I do a lot of times with kids, players, cricket players, and appointments. So let's take, for example, at 2 o'clock, I am seeing Alake, 2 to 3 o'clock. At 3 to 4, I am seeing John. 4 to 5, I am seeing Peter, and, right? Then it so happens that on that set day, I was sick. On a Monday, 2 o'clock, I'm supposed to see a kid. I am sick. I sent a message to the mom or to the dad. I'm so sorry, I can't make practice because I'm not feeling good. They go onto social media and see that I was tagged at a nightclub or whatever until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Immediately, that client is going to know, oh, so coach is not available today for our child because he was out partying last night. And there's evidence of that because someone tagged you. Sometimes you're not even there where the people tag you, but then thank goodness for Facebook and them that they've got a setting or an option of not allowing people to tag you in spaces that you really were not. You find out that you really were sick and you can't make it, or maybe you had a family emergency. But because someone had tagged you in a nightclub, that client is going to look at you and go, you're lying to me. Because you were there. You were tagged. That means you were there. Not everyone understands this whole tagging system. People can just say, check in Swaziland or check in London. And no one knows. Check in or the location part, it doesn't really say, you're lying. You're not there. You understand? So be careful again what you do online, what you do on Facebook or Instagram or all social media platforms. Understand that affects your professional life. That affects who you are as a person, and you are working and you're looking for a job, or cyberbullying as well. So all these things, let's understand that in as much as Facebook is a good spot for you to hang around and chill with your friends and post good achievements about your children and everything, also understand that there are predators in the same space that are prying after your information. So yes, there is actually a new site that is going on Facebook, especially for us cricketers, where You know that sportsmen's, let's take for example a pair of Adidas cricket shoes at 2,999 or 3,000 rand. That site says Adidas spikes 450 rand. A cricket bat, a New Balance bat, 450 rand. Everything is so cheap, you're like, it's too good to be true. However, when you click onto that link and you get in and you put your information because you want to buy that new shoe or that cheap shoe, that cheap Adidas where it's supposed to be 3,000, I'm paying 450, that's a bargain. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Understand that these people that are phishing, the moment you put your credit card details in there, that's it, they are stored them, and there is no guarantee that you're going to get the item. Maybe, just maybe you get the item, but they've got your information and they can keep that information. In as much as you are trying to get a cheap bargain, understand that the implications after that bargain, yes, you may get the stuff for 450 rand, but what are the implications on your name, on your credit card, and what those people can do with your information out there? It's really, really scary, come to think of it. Take a closer look at every transaction. Have you noticed again with websites? With websites, they can say, F&B will send me a message and say, click on here so that you can update your details or your FICA registrations and all that, only to realize that instead of saying fnb.co.za, they'll say fnb.com and put the same logo and everything, and you just click in without actually verifying the web address at the top, everything. Does this say FNB? And FNB or any banking sector will never ask you for your personal information. They will never ask you for your card number. They will never ask you for your CVV. They will never ask you, what do you do? Yes, there is cybersecurity questions when it comes to card transactions, but they will never ask you to give them an OTP, for example. Take a closer look. People are so, in Africa mostly, it is difficult to come by data. Data is expensive. Like connection to get to Facebook, to get online and all that, it's really expensive. Now, some of us have got the privilege of unlimited Wi-Fi, but not everyone goes through the same thing. Some people are buying data almost on a daily basis. So when people get to a hotspot and there's a free Wi-Fi hotspot, the first thing that we do is we jump on and we connect because we want to post, or we want to see what's happening in the world, or I just want to update my phone. Especially with people that use iPhones and smartphones, rather, you always want to update your software, especially if you're on data. Software only updates when they are on Wi-Fi because the data charges will be too much. So the moment you jump on and you update your phone, could it be that all the information on that phone is going to be tracked and it's being stored on that free Wi-Fi hotspot? Again, not everything that seems free is free. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Check again. Take a closer look. So you jump onto a free Wi-Fi hotspot because, I'm in the mall here and it's free Wi-Fi. So at least I know that I'm going to be on WhatsApp. Boom, they are taking your information. You jump onto your banking app because you want to send someone an e-wallet or whatever. The moment you get in and you put your thumbprint or your facial recognition or whatever, remember, a thumbprint or a facial rec is that your password is still hidden beneath. So if they can get through that security system, they're already into your banking app. All your money is gone. And these people don't hold back. The moment they get hold of your credit card, they're going to max it out. The moment they get hold of your debit card, they are going to max it out. Be extra vigilant when it comes to free Wi-Fi hotspots. I understand that you want to connect with your friends and your family in the outside world, but it is risky. Rather, what I always do, if I'm on a free Wi-Fi hotspot and I want to get into my banking app, I switch off my Wi-Fi first, because all banking apps, I know about FNB and Standard Bank, I don't know about other banks. All banking apps, when you don't have data, as long as your data is on, even if you've got 0 megabytes or 0 gigs on your phone, you can still transact. So you can still get in and you buy yourself data, or you can still get in and buy yourself airtime, whatever that you want to do. You can still access. There are certain, on the FNB app, it tells you that you are offline, so you've got limited access to what you can do on the app. But when it comes to your normal banking, you can send an EFT or whatever free of charge without being charged. You understand? So you don't have to do it when you're connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot. Switch it off. So just because you are in a free Wi-Fi hotspot, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to connect to that. Switch it off. Only switch it back on when you come back home, because you know that at home you use your Wi-Fi, or if you're at work, it's a secured network because of your business or your corporation. So the only time that your Wi-Fi is going to be on is when you get inside the house, switch it on. When you leave the house, switch it off, if your phone is going to connect automatically. Or these people can actually hack and you make your phone automatically connect. You never know. Things are happening. So take a closer look at that. Rather toggle off, switch it off completely, and just remain with your WhatsApp data or remain with your normal mobile data. That way it's at least controlled, in a controlled environment. I was talking to Samantha's husband, Vinard, and he's in the cybersecurity space. And he says in the US, you can actually buy a credit card on the black market. You can buy an ID, you can buy a gun, you can hire a hitman. Things are happening on the dark web, so you need to be extra careful of the sites that you get into, because that can screw up your whole entire system. Be careful before you connect. I understand in Africa that we are poor, that we can't afford data on as the cheapest mode of communication, which is supposed to be like that. But be that as it may, you can control your environment and making sure that your phone doesn't connect to everything that is free. Fake jobs. You know, if you haven't been employed for 4 or 5 years on end, you get so desperate to find work. And LinkedIn, I'm so disappointed at LinkedIn, because LinkedIn used to be a professional platform where people can ask for jobs, where people can update their work experiences, everything that they do with their work. People could apply for jobs and still get jobs, or companies would advertise certain positions on LinkedIn. Now it's a scam. Be careful of fake jobs. We're talking about fake jobs. You're telling me about the story of a woman. What happened?
There's a lady on Facebook. So what happens, she said she got a message, right, from a number that she recognized because she knows the person. And when she went to Truecaller, it's also saying Tatenda more, you understand? That person was saying, I recommended you for tutoring. And they're going to contact you, send your CVs and all that. So now they wanted her to pay money. But here's, you just don't know where her mind was. So they scammed her close to 10,000, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because they wanted her to send money, 3,000, I think 3,680. And then when she sent it, they said she must make instant payment. Okay? And then when it cleared that side, they said, no, don't do it separately. Because she paid 2,000 first, then she paid 1,800 something. Yeah. Said, no, we need it as one amount. So we'll return that one. Just send us a one amount now. And then the one that is separated, we will return to you.
And I know that you are listening to this and you're thinking she's stupid.
It's actually lots of amounts, actually.
Yeah,
it's not just that amount, because she sent double that 3,680.
And I understand that we get so desperate for jobs. And yes, for you right now, you are listening to this and you're going, she was stupid. She also wanted to be scammed, because I would never. I said the same thing. I could never. How do you say she paid 2,000 and 1,000? She get 2 transactions for that amount, and you get told that, okay, pay it as one, then we're going to bring you that one, because it's going to the same account. You understand? That's what you're thinking. That's what I'm thinking as well. Until you also get scammed, because we don't take a closer look. We are so focused on the fact that I'm going to get a job. And in us talking about fake jobs, understand that they will put again what I said earlier, that check the domain and check the email. There is no way you can get a job from FNB and they are using a Gmail. Never. there is no way that you can get a job from KTM or APMG and they use a Gmail. All big companies have got their own domain names. And if in South Africa it's co.za, anyone can buy a domain. fnb.co.za is not available right now because it belongs to FNB, but fnb.com is probably available. Or fnb.org. Or fnb.something.uk. Whatever. You understand? Always check the domain. The domain is let's suppose it's an email. If it's tatenda@this.co.za or .com, tatenda@gmail.com, pumza@gmail.com, pumza@pumza.co.za. So Pumza is the website. If you go to www.pumza.co.za, Pumza's profile is going to show up. So what these people do is they just tweak these things a little bit, and you're like, geez, I got an offer from Standard Bank, but then it was saying standardbank.com or Standard Inc. And immediately, because you see the logo, because the logo, anyone can use the logo. Yes, there is copyright, but then these people are professionals at what they do that Standard Bank may not even pick it on their systems. They will use the same logo, same everything, same theme and everything, but there is just one part. I've seen it with Adidas as well. Adidas, the true Adidas, I think it's ADIDAS if I'm not mistaken. I've seen one that was written Adibas. And in your mind, because you saw the 3 strips, immediately you just go, it is Adidas. And that's what they do. They just tweak the information just a little bit. So when you're applying for a job, there is no job on earth that is going to say you need to pay for an interview fee. That is going to say you need to pay for a police clearance. That is saying you need to pay for a health medical checkup. Companies that want a medical checkup will tell you that you need to provide us with a medical checkup, you need to provide us with a police clearance, you need to provide us with references. Be careful. And also when you're applying for jobs, this is a side note apart from cybersecurity, be careful of the references that you put in. Because some of these people that you're putting on references are the ones that are making you lose your job or lose that opportunity. Because I'm going to put Pumza as my reference. When that company calls Pumza to check what kind of person is Tatenda, Pumza is going to say, no, it's nonsense, don't employ him. People are nasty out there, honestly. So be careful in as much as you are desperate to get a job or to get a breakthrough. Also understand that these people are there to scam you. Jobs will never ask you for money. Don't ever pay your way to get a job. I still remember my wife was once offered a job and the person said she had to pay 5,000 rand. And not that we had the 5,000, but why would you pay 5,000 for you to get a job? And speaking of which, 2021, I stand to be corrected. My wife is on mic to correct me. 2021, I think it was around about August or somewhere, we didn't have money for rent. And at the time, our rent was 10,000 rand. And I still remember I got a message from this guy. You know when you just prayed, Lord, please provide us with a way to make this rent. I have 2,000 in my bank account and we need 8. Then this guy just rocked up and I'm like, you know when something just comes and you just finished praying and the guy says, hello sir, my name is so and so, I'm a Forex trader and I help people earn extra money. And immediately my heart was like, thank you Lord, this is the one. So he then says, if you give 2,000 rand, I'm going to trade for you and you get 12,000 rand in 3 days. Was it 3 days or 4 days? Somewhere there. But whatever the amount was going to come, it was going to come right in time for the rent. And I told my landlord at the time that, no, we'll sort you out by the 5th. I think it was the 1st or the 4th. It was probably towards month end, 26th, 27th. I was like, no, it's fine. By the 5th, I'll make sure that I've got your money. My wife and I say, Lev, let's do this. I don't think this, I've got a good feeling that this is going to be good. Again, you may be listening to me right now and thinking, Taz, you're better than that. I fell for it. I gave the guy 2,000 rand and he gave me this bank account. I know you're going to say you didn't verify the bank account. I didn't. It was a net bank account. I still remember. It just said, you know how it is where we try to make the bank account to sound legit. It said investment, whatever. Anyone can put a name on that. It doesn't really matter. I can give you my savings account and say, this is my company name. It's a company account.
First of all, who makes 8,000 rand in 2 days?
That's what I'm going to get to. Right? And I know that you're listening to this and you're going, I will never fall for this. I was that guy. I have a wife that worked in the banking sector for years. She knows a scam when she sees one. My wife has worked with people that are coming with IDs that have got a picture that has been pasted on, literally with a bubble gum, and say, it's my idea for the bank statement. I've studied the bank statement. She knows a scam. I don't know how many times that she saved the bank because of people coming with unofficial documents. Foreigners coming with permits that you look at it and you go, my bro, this is fake. It's a paper that was typed. So she knows this because she's been there. She's been exposed to it. And people in the bank know this. You can attest to it in the comment section. You know these things. I give him 2,000 rand. And this Saturday, we were at my sister's in Pretoria. And he sends me a message and he says, hello, my bro. I've got good news. Your money has just pushed and things are going well. We're looking at 32,000. And immediately I was like, oh, wow, no, that's good. No, let's stick to our deal. Let's stick to our deal because I need to pay rent. I'm thinking I need to pay rent. I don't want to be greedy at this point in time. However, if my rent comes, I'm going to pop in another. Then he says, you know what, your money is going to 55,000. I'm like, oh, okay, no, that's good. Your money is going to 155,000. I'm like, wow, okay. Now I've agreed that I've been scammed. I'm like, no, man, this is nonsense. The guy says, so what needs to happen now is you need to pay 12,000 for the tier that you are in so that I can send you the 150. So we take out that 150,000. And my answer was, my bro, I need to pay rent. That 2,000 that I gave you was my last money. It's like, no, this is your opportunity to be, you are already big. You just send that 12,000 and you are good. And I'm like, my bro, I know. I don't need anything extra. I just want to pay rent. That's how stressful this thing was. And I was not getting into it because I was greedy. I was getting into it because I had no other means to get 8,000 rand to make the 10,000 rand other than what I just did. So I just decided, let me just throw it in all. Then we get what we get. We pay the rent. Then we'll talk about this later. The guy comes back again. No, it's going to 250. My bro, this money is growing. You need to. And I'm like, my bro, thank you. I understand that you scammed me. I understand that I was doff. It is what it is. So 2,000 rand of the Moyos just went like that. I've been there, done that. There is no way that 2,000 rand or 1,000 rand or 500 rand can grow wings and multiply in a day. Impossible.
You know what's funny? The one time that I tried not to be an overthinker.
That's the one you got child.
The thing is, when you say it didn't make sense, but then I was like, you know what? The thing is, when you always overthink everything, you just let the guy do this thing. Honestly, that's what came to me. But it didn't feel right. But I was like, you know what? You are like that anyway. Just let the guy do what he said. He verified. He said everything is cool. Because I remember asking, is it legit?
Yeah.
Like just trust your husband for once. Just let him do it. Now when it came, I just laughed. I was never even angry.
I was not angry, me too.
Because I'm thinking, how can I be so stupid?
I wasn't. You know, the reason why I wasn't angry was because I was like, Lord, I even prayed about it. The thing with us Christians, we pray about these things, and I'm sure God is just going. And inside, actually, not God, inside, you know that you are lying to God. Yeah, you are just trying to be modest and say, I prayed about it. But in all honesty, you know.
Wrong. You know it doesn't make sense.
You know inside that you're just, you know when you go into your friend and you ask for advice, my friend, I need advice. I've got a friend of mine that is dating a married man, and she's a Christian. So I just want to know, what do you think? Inside, you already know that it's wrong to date a married man. And when your friend says, nah, Chomi, nah, you can't. No.
Actually,
God
the friend
said.
you're asking for, it's you.
Yes.
Yeah, you just
Yes.
want to test the
Exactly. Test the waters. Like, is it? So there is no way that money can grow in a day or in a million, in 10 days for you. If you've got R1 million right now and you put it in as an investment in a bank, the most you can get in a year is probably 20,000 and 30,000 rand. You will never get 2 million in a year. Never.
Dude, you can't even get
Never.
You can't even put 1,000 and expect 10,000
Never.
in a year.
Never.
Are you crazy?
Never. If you're putting in 1,000 and you're saying you're investing it, yes, you're going to look at it after 30 years or 40 years. Maybe.
The thing is that we don't understand is the interest rate that you are given by the bank when you invest.
It's not the same as you borrow.
That is divided by the months. If you
Yes.
are investing for 12 months, that 35% or 40 is divided.
Yes.
So we think that that's 35 or 40 a month.
And you're thinking, I'll give them 100,000 and I'm gonna get 30,000 a
No,
month.
it's divided.
No. So you can have $1 million right now. You are not guaranteed that you're gonna get $1 million back next year.
No.
The most you can get is 20,000 or 30,000, however, depending on how the markets are doing. But what I'm trying to get at is these things happen over time. It does not happen overnight.
There's no overnight.
Nothing. There is no, I'm saying it now, there is no overnight riches. There is no get rich quick scheme.
No.
I still remember we once said, just I've been scammed.
Coach Nathan
Yo.
introduced you to
But we
that
didn't use
app.
the money. That one we didn't lose money though.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes,
We were
because
about to.
We were about to. Then I'm like to Nathan, nah, this thing is too good to be true.
Even
right?
that triple M for me, because
Yeah.
my family, they were all
They
in,
were
my
got
aunt and
chowed,
cousin.
yes.
Mom said, the money. I'm like, nah.
I got chowed by another one before Triple M, where if you give, people will be given it's always
that
the one
WhatsApp
that
you were
introduced,
doing.
yes.
Hey, now
So
where you
so
been
at 8 o'clock, they put in a list of 40 names.
You
And
choose.
40 numbers, rather, 1 to 40. So you need to choose a number, and whoever matches with you, you need to pay them.
Oh, I remember
So
that.
so let's suppose 1 to 40 at 8 o'clock, boom, you choose number 39. Someone else chooses number 39, right? Yesterday they chose number 39 and they gave 100 rand. So
Okay.
that means 39 today, they're supposed to give 200. That means 200 is coming to me.
Oh,
The 100 that I gave yesterday is coming back with 100 today.
okay.
Then tomorrow again, someone else gets to pick a number. Then
They
the
get
200 that I got, right, I'm sending it to them and someone else is sending it. That becomes 400,
Okay.
basically. So you're getting double of what you gave in a day. So if you give 100, someone else gave 100 yesterday. So your 100 and their 100, it becomes your 200. You get it?
Yeah.
Then tomorrow the same thing again. So when we moved to 700, because I got 450, and the next day I was supposed to give someone 900. That's when it crashed.
The thing is, for me, I know that if I do anything that is not,
Yeah.
I just know that I'm gonna be an example.
Example.
I just
yeah.
know, so I don't do these things because people will be eating money as soon as I do it. As
It's
soon
gone.
as someone tells me,
Yes.
that's the time.
It's done.
It's done.
Yes.
Then
Because I still remember with Nathan, we said, no, this thing is too good to be true because the money is rushing. Get in. And you kept on saying, Tats, get in. And I'm like, usually when the wheel starts to spin fast, that's the
It's
end of
about
it.
to-
We are late.
it's about
Yes.
to. It's
I even
about
said to Nathan, we are
crack.
late. Yes, because it's about to crack
And
this
it
thing.
didn't even take.
And it didn't take it exactly 2 days. It was cracked. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
People are
Because
crying in that group.
I was about to get you in. I was like, okay, let's get Pumza in. Then we'll see.
Yes, I was
And
about
it
to
crashed.
crack, yeah.
Exactly.
People now are crying my man. Triple
My
M
money.
only took 100 rand for me because of
Okay.
peer pressure from my family.
Okay.
They were investing, they were putting money, and boom, I just do it. You know what? In me, like, okay, to shut them up,
Let me just do
I
this.
put 100 rand. Even when I did, because you could claim your money,
Yeah.
I didn't even bother.
Yeah, it's 100
For me, I
rand.
was testing because I knew. And those people were banking with
A Standard Bank.
Standard Bank.
So guys, we've had a fair share of these things, and I know for sure. I'm a hustler at heart, and I love me money. I am so terrified of poverty. I don't want to lie. My
But
family
just
knows.
don't- there's no
But
quick back,
there
no.
is no quick back. If it's a job, go through the process. Pray. Trust God. And when it comes, we did a video on Faith Foundations that said, when you trust God for a red car, the devil is going to give you a maroon car. When you trust God for a white car, the devil is going to give you a cream white car, off-white car. And in your mind, because we are so rushed to hear from God, so much so that we will miss God in trying to hear God. So cybersecurity, understand that it's just like when you ask God for your wife, the devil is going to give you more or less the same. You ask for a dark beauty, the devil is going to give you a sort of light in complexion, and that girl is going to vurva you. Proper.
What are you trying to say about light?
Because it's not, wow. That slay queen is going to vurva you. Anyway, let's come back to the truth. Cybersecurity, guys, it's so important. Be careful what you post online. Every post, even when you cyber bully someone, that can be picked up. You know, social media has got a way of digging up the dirt that you said. Maybe, let's suppose you said Tatenda is fat. Like, you fat pig. Right? And you thought, no, man, I was just joking. Somewhere, maybe 20 years later, when I'm a mayor or and I'm campaigning for presidency, the media is going to pull out that.
Actually, let me jump in there. It doesn't even take that long. You see people are doing now on social media. You bully someone, and what they do, they take the details right there and there. They go search your family. They search your employer. They send that, especially if maybe you are bullying LGBTQ.
Oh, yes.
Those people will get you fired, bruh.
Sure.
On TikTok, that gay guy,
that Dominic guy.
I promise you, you swear at her, in 5 minutes, she already have all your information, your siblings.
Then I'm seeing people that are going and sending an apology.
She will tell you, I sent your university the email, your comments, your racist comments, or your discriminating comments, all these things. He does that. I promise you. That's what happens. It's not even going to wait for 20 years
long.
for you. As soon as someone bullies you online, just take their details, find their employer, send them email, and they are done.
So be careful what you post. Sometimes my wife taught me this statement. She says, you don't have to say everything that you think of. And I still remember she was talking to Alake. When Alake, our son, is vocal. He's open father. Like his father. Alake will tell you that, man, but the food wasn't nice. You understand? And you're like, I like it. No, but mom, it really wasn't nice. And I understand where the kid is coming from, but you don't have to say everything that you're thinking of. Some things are better not said. I still remember there was a day that there was a debacle in our complex when someone was complaining of noise and all that. And I was busy when I got to my phone and I saw all these messages. So I'm trying to figure out, what was happening, who was cooking who and whatnot. And my wife then says, babe, when you see all those messages, you don't have to respond to them, and you also don't have to start it again because it's finished. And frankly, I was like, no, I wasn't even planning to. But I'm just surprised that when you're living in an estate or a complex, it's a public space. And there is set times and rules. When someone wants to do a braai, I can't go and say, no, you can't do a braai because your smoke is getting into my house, or you can't make noise because my kid is sleeping. It's a public space. So what I'm trying to get at is, in as much as that person may have been wrong, you don't have to partake in that same argument and say, you Karen, you're nonsense. You understand? So when it comes to social media and your personal information, in wrapping up this whole episode, don't share your passwords or don't share all your credit card information. We are so quick to buy things online. And that's one thing that I've been so scared of. When we started online shopping, especially in Africa and South Africa, we're not as advanced as they are in Europe or in America. The moment they say you can pick things and you're enjoying add to cart, the moment it says add payment method, you're like, no thanks.
You know what I do? I create a virtual card.
Yes.
Not a virtual card that can take straight from account.
No.
A virtual card
that
where
you
I
have
can
to
transfer.
Yes.
But if it takes automatically, then I don't use it. I want the one that I'm going to transfer my account to that. Then I know I only put the amount, and they will never come back and steal my money again.
Exactly. So that is an option, and banks are coming up with options to ensure that the online experience is a good one. Never add your actual banking details or your actual bank card where your main money is. Is that correct? Main money. where your
your
main
main account.
funds,
It's
your
your
main
main
account. Yeah.
account, yeah.
Don't link your main account to online transactions. Link a virtual card. A virtual card is a card that is there for that. FNB does a virtual card for every purchase. So the moment I put take a lot, the moment I press done and the money is gone, the card is done. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Then when I go to Zara or when I go to Mr. Price, it's going to create a virtual card for Mr. Price.
Particularly for
The
that.
moment I press done and the purchase is ready and the money is gone, the card is done.
gone. Oh, okay.
So it's a recurring virtual card, and the CVV keeps changing. So for every transaction, so let's suppose my CVV for this transaction is 000. For the next transaction is 123. For the next transaction is 1022. For the next transaction, it's
Standard Bank is the
yes.
same virtual card that I use.
Yeah.
It's called the auto creating,
Yes.
but I use the
Standard
same
Bank
one,
has got
but
different
then
ones.
it sends one OTP.
OTP,
for me
yes,
To,
yeah.
to
But Standard Bank has got a virtual card for
yeah,
Uber.
that's what I'm saying. It's got
yes.
different, but
Yes.
the one that I create,
Or
I
you
can
create
use
the
for
same
everything.
one. Okay.
I use it for everything. The one I have.
FNB keeps changing.
But
them,
now, what I've noticed with my time bank, it takes straight from my account, which is very dangerous.
which is dangerous. Which is
It
dangerous.
takes straight from
yes.
there. It doesn't give me an option of transferring money from the main
Yeah.
account to
Into
the
a virtual
account, which
card.
is very dangerous.
Yeah. So be careful of that. Also, there's friend requests from you. I forgot to mention that. There's friend requests from people that have got one mutual friend, or two mutual friends, and 3 posts. That person has got a video or a photo that you can see, man. This photo is doctored. And they are in a boardroom. I get those every single day. If you get a friend request from a person that is not from your circle, that is not interacting, because before you accept the friend request, look at their profile. There is no way you can say that you created a Facebook post or a Facebook profile 3 days ago. Today you're sending me a friend request and you've got one mutual friend. And that mutual friend, you probably someone that you don't even talk to on a regular basis.
I've never met that person. I
don't know them,
theirs
yes. Because I knew someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand?
Mutual friend with people that I know.
But you don't share anything in common. Like what I do when it comes to my friend request, I check who are my mutual friends. So if my wife is a mutual friend, then okay, so it's probably has to do with her family. If that person is Kosa or anyone, then I ask her, do you know and so and so? Say, oh yes, I do. Okay, fine. She sent me a friend request, or he sent me a friend request. Or the mutual friends, you can have 20 or 30, especially with the cricket circles. I sometimes have 40 mutual friends, right? So I know that if I've got 40 mutual friends, then obviously we are talking about cricket, or it's people from the cricketing world. It's easier for me to say, okay, let me see. Can I accept it? Yes or no? I can think of it. These things of a person with 3 posts or 4 posts, never. Instagram, the same thing. Someone will follow you, and the moment you go to their profile, I'm an investor or cryptocurrency and all that. Be careful of those. I saw on Tawani is my brother. He said on his main account, he says, I am not for Forex trading. So Forex traders, get away from my inbox. I'm not interested.
As if they would get away.
Exactly, as if they'll get away. Those things are vouchers. They will keep on coming.
Everywhere.
Hello, my bro. There is another one that they say, hello, my name is Samantha. I'm from Cape Town, but based in London.
Yeah, once they are based in London.
Yes.
Once.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
from Pretoria,
what do I
based
say?
in-
Yes. What do I say? Oh, my name is Tatenda. I live in Joburg, but I'm based in Joburg, but I'm from Zimbabwe. Then says, what do you do for a living? I do crypto and Forex trading.
You want me to tell you about
Yeah.
it?
Can I tell you more about it? It's like, I also do you know this? It's like, but do you know mine? Block. They have blocked me. So be careful. They may look beautiful. They've got flamboyant cars and all that, and always flashing Gucci stuff and these fancy clothing labels and all that. It is not real. The life that you see on Instagram, it is not real. These people are going to Lanzaria and stand in front of a private jet, and they ask for a suitcase from Louis Vuitton that they hire. The photographs and all that, it cost them 1,000 rand. And they say, now, on my way to success, or they take a photo in the private jet. It's not going anywhere. It's not in the air. It doesn't have a pilot. So all the works that you see on social media, it's not real. So for you to say, I want that life because he's got a bag full of cash, it's a Louis Vuitton bag, or they've got luggage like this, and it's all Louis Vuitton, it's Gucci's, and you name it. I don't know these things because I'm not that rich. Yeah. Yeah. It is not real. If it's not your mutual friend, don't accept it. The moment you get in, when you say respond, press on that respond and delete. Delete that. When you go to a job, no job is going to ever ask you for money for you to get that job. No person must be able to get to you and say, be careful, the stuff that happens on WhatsApp as well. They will hack. Jason's wife was hacked on WhatsApp because there is an OTP that comes in, or there's a link that comes in, and you just accept from a person that you don't know. Even when I send you this video link, don't rush to accept and get in. Ask, dude, what is this about? If I am right, I'll send you an email or I'll send you a message on inbox and say, hey bro, hey bro, how's it going? Please subscribe to our channel to support us. Then you can call me to say, dude, are you the one that sent me that link? Don't just open any link that comes and pops on your phone. Don't enter into WhatsApp, don't get into Telegram. Don't get into Wi-Fi hotspots. Don't pay for a job. Don't accept friend requests that are not from people that you interact with or in your circle. Most of all, don't get into your banking app with a free Wi-Fi hotspot, or even a paid Wi-Fi hotspot, or a secured Wi-Fi hotspot. Switch off your data, switch off your Wi-Fi whenever you're about to get into your banking stuff, because these phones have got all our lives. That's why, to a certain degree, someone says, don't put your banking apps on your main phone, because if they hijack you, they will force you to get into that app and transfer money. So that's another way. You'd rather have the phone that has got banking apps and all that stay at home, then when you get home, you can do your transactions. I know it is not convenient, but unfortunately, that's the world that we live in, and we need to take a closer look. Guys, I think we've spoken for enough. But over and above that, understand that the very same thing that they're trying to do out there that is good, the devil is also trying to use that for your downfall. So all that hard work money, someone said as well in on a post that says, hey bro, I'm the guy that invested 100,000. Can I please have 50,000 because my mom has got cancer? And the guy said, bro, you're scammed. I scammed you. I don't care about your mother that has got cancer, because I know you're trying to scam me back your money. I'm not bringing it back. These people have got no mercy. So don't allow yourself. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to try and get hold of Vinard, who is in the cybersecurity space, to give us a bit of insights into this cyber crimes, especially going into December. In malls, people are being scammed, people are being pickpocketed, bank cards are being stolen, and people are being hijacked. Let's be careful as we go into the festive season. Things are happening. You can never say, I'm good, I'm vigilant at this. I've been scammed, bro. I've fallen for these tricks. And these people are so professional when they want to. Or there's a job that entails you to like videos and subscribe to videos, and you get 75 Rand or 10 Rand per video. You just give us your banking details so that we send money into your account. That's your main account. The moment you give them those details, they already have space. They give you 75 Rand, but they're going to clean you out of everything. So really, is it worth it? 75 Rand is nothing. So guys, take it easy. Watch these videos before you leave. We love you, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers for now. Ciao, ciao.